Welcome back to Friday Night Football right here on Channel 3. I'm Dan Booth.
I'm Mark Robbins. If you missed any of tonight's show or any of the highlights throughout the season, you can head over to WFSB.com or the WFSB app and get those highlights. Now back to our most recent highlights. Like in Waterbury, some tough sledding in the middle of the afternoon for Wilby against Holy Cross of Waterbury. The Crusaders with things going very, very smoothly. Drew Coet finding Braden Doherty. Big time gain that sets up Holy Cross inside the Wilby 5, and 2 plays later, Nathan Kraft banging into the end zone. Holy Cross with that early 7-0 lead. Later in the first quarter, Coet from 14 yards. He thought about throwing, decided to scramble, got into the end zone, made it 13-0. Then early in the second quarter, Coet to his favorite receiver, one of the smoothest in the state, Deshaun Graves. See what I mean? Holy Cross over Wilby, 57-0.
Now here's a look at the new nominees for our Friday Night Football Game of the Week. Your choices are Platt at Windsor, Jonathan Law at Sheehan, or Hall at Maloney. Log on to WFSB.com or use the WFSB app to cast your vote. We'll be live at the winning game next Friday night.
Nice to see all the games on the scoreboard already. Halloween, the boys and girls state open cross-country meets at Wickham Park in Manchester. Big day on the boys' side. Soheeb Dissa of Newtown, last year's runner-up, left no doubt this year as he blows out to a huge lead and takes control. Soheeb, who's headed to Duke next fall, won this race in a time of 15:23. Amity's Lou Cushing second. Team title goes to Ridgefield. East Lyme second. E.O. Smith finishing third. On the girls' side of things, Glastonbury showing its overall team strength, winning the team title. Mercy and Greenwich finishing second and third. And Glastonbury senior Brooke Strauss led the Guardians. And everyone else winning in a state open time of 18:19.
I was really nervous going into it, a lot more than any race so far this season. So, I think because I've had such a good season, I didn't want to ruin it a little bit by having a bad race.
I wanted to preserve myself up the hills and attack the downhills, and that's what I did. And I pulled off the crowd in like the first mile. I was getting used to Connecticut again because it's running down south. It was nice and flat. So coming back here to Class L was just like a little bit of a refresher. And then in the open, I executed my race and I did well.
As a former cross-country runner, it's always fun seeing the kids out there doing their thing. Now to volleyball. All season long, the Southington girls volleyball team has been bumping, setting, and spiking their way to a perfect season. And if they keep balling out, they could find themselves in a position to win their first state title since 2009. By dominating the competition and keeping a 0 in their loss column, the undefeated Southington Knights have earned a 1 seed heading into the state tournament.
1, 2, 3, Knights!
One thing that we've been saying all year is why not us? And I think that's one of the reasons we've been so successful is we're just filled with hope.
Last year, Southington came up a few sets short of winning it all, losing in the state championship. This year's team is elevating their play while using that heartbreaking loss as motivation to get back to state this year.
We all want it really badly, and I think this year, everyone's putting in 110% effort all the time, and that's a big part of it. It's not like we have the tallest girls or the strongest players. We're just very mentally tough. When we get down, we're not focusing on our mistakes. We're thinking of the next play.
There's 14 on varsity. We've carried the season, and they all get along like they're sisters. And when you have that type of relationship amongst each other, it just helps build team chemistry.
The Knights have not been fighting their battles alone. Their cavalry is in full force, bringing reinforcements from the stands.
Our student section, I guess, has grown a little bit this year. I think our school in general is starting to realize that our volleyball team is good. The vibe of the lively gym and everyone cheering and the different people that come together because of volleyball is just what I want to hold on to.
As the Knights continue their mission to reach the mountaintop, the climb will be even more difficult from here on out, but this team believes they have what it takes to get the job done.
At this point of the season, it's really high-level volleyball and try to get people around the state, engaged and come and really watch some high-level sports.
We are humble and we are confident, and I think that with that mindset going in and ending this season, I think we have a good shot at it.
1, 2, 3.